What's up, guys? The Leetness here. Here with some Hawkeye technology. Excuse the toaster quality, please. My capture card is broken. Well, my capture card's not broken. My computer's just rubbish. But anyway, here with some Hawkeye technology to share with you guys. Pretty much what had happened was last night while I was at the arcade, my Hawkeye came in on Anchor, and this guy was doing a pretty bad incoming mix-up, so I went for the Gimlet X-Factor Gimlet. But the thing is that he called hidden missiles, and I didn't remember that until after I went ahead and did the first Gimlet. So I started mashing on X-Factor, and this is what had happened. So, regular Gimlet by itself, with nothing before it, does 250,000 damage. But what happened with me was, while I was in the air... Okay, it didn't work that time. I don't know why it's not working. There we go. I got the, what had pretty much happened was I figured out that you can X-Factor before the Gimlet hits the person. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll illustrate this for you real quick. As you see, the net arrow is doing 50,000. But if I X-Factor before the net arrow hits Jill, it does 80,000. And that's pretty much what's happening if you just replace the net arrow with Gimlet. That's what's happening, except for on a slower scale, I guess you could say. I'll try and do this again. There we go. So that's, I guess you could say that's X-Factor Gimlet. So 780,000 damage. As opposed to 630, so that's 150,000 damage that you're adding on by doing this. And this is just on Anchor. You can do this with any other X-Factor. It doesn't have to be X-Factor level 3, but I think it's the most effective. Like, I think this this better suits Anchor Hawkeyes more than, you know, point Hawkeyes or second character Hawkeyes. So pretty much the minimum distance you can do this at, which pretty much means like the minimum distance you can be where you can X-Factor before the Gimlet hits is, as you see I'm in training mode right now, if you just do the hold down, select, and start, if you didn't know, that just resets everything in training mode. It still keeps your default things. As you see, I have like X-Factor level 3, my inputs are on and stuff. It just like resets it as in if, like, you know, you just hit training mode and you went in straight in. So the minimum distance is pretty much this right here, about a character length and a half away. So as you can see, my mashing isn't really that well, so it's not really reliable at this range, but as you see, you can do it. I've done it for about an hour now, and this seems to be the maximum distance, or the minimum distance that you can get it at. Any closer, you can't get it. But of course, it gets, the farther and farther away you get, it gets easier. And if you're at something like super jump height, this is like completely free. Like, you can get it every time if you're like, you know, up there. So if you're wondering what applications this would have, you know, pretty much you're starting off a combo instead of, you know, going into dead arrow loops off of 250 damage. You could be going into dead arrow loops off of 400,000 damage. And of course, you can do stuff in the corner. You know, right there, you can after the speed shot, right there, you can Gimlet, and, you know, it just adds a little damage. I mean, I only have explored this for an hour, as I've said before, but, I mean, you know, let your imagination run wild. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you didn't already know this. I'm sorry if I wasted your time and you already did, but I just wanted to post this on SRK because I thought this was pretty cool. You know, I know a lot of people use Hawkeye and Anchor because, I mean, X Factor level 3 chip damage and his speed is just insane. So, yeah, so this is the Eliteness. Hopefully you enjoyed this tech. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter, like this post on SRK, and I guess I will see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.